Hello. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This will be a new series, new channel, all about day trading and incorporating level 2 into your trades, allowing yourself to have more pristine or precise exits, quicker entries, more precise entries, yada yada. Just being a better trader. All right, stay tuned. Hello. This is a continuation of the whole and half dollar video where video number 1, and this is where this fails to hold above $18, and we're pretty overextended on the 5-minute chart. So this is towards the end of a move, which does factor into my decision making. So we've already had 3 pullbacks, so trading the 4th pullback is inherently really risky. You should always have that in mind. So what am I looking for after this fails, this $18? Let's just preface this. There's 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. So if I'm looking to buy a dip, there is time. Let's say this, if you look at this 5-minute chart, if it pulls back to, let's say, 1750, and you have this giant wick on this body, then it has time to reclaim a little bit of that body, which inherently is a profit opportunity. So if we break over 18 and fail to hold, we should be looking for a dip. The first version of the dip has already failed, and now we're looking for the second version, which is a actual pullback. And inherently, what my first thought about where the support levels are is at, I wonder if I can change the color, this line or wherever 1750 is. So we have this potential support or 1750, which means, so if 1750 is support and right under it is this wick, that most likely a dip is going to be bought up at under 1750 or over 1750. I know that 50 is going to be a good support from these two combining together. So if we play it, we're going to watch it pull back on the level 2. Remember how 50 cents is the important level. Pausing it. Here it is at 50 cents on the bid. There's a 19-cent spread though. Shouldn't be buying. You don't know if it's going to break. It's early into this 1-minute candle. You don't know if it's going to break 50 cents yet. So let's hold and wait, I'd rather. So here we go. We're popping up back towards the high. Now here's the tricky part. If you can identify where the pullback happens and where the false, where it's the bid support, the true bid support comes in, then you're doing a good job. But here you go. It's pulling back, kind of going up and down. You're going to see a wave of green here. It's not quite doing it yet. Here's 60 and 60 again. Wait for it. Sorry, I paused it early. And then we're not pulling back. So basically double bottomed at 60 cents there. And it failed to break that 60-cent level to even retest 50 cents. So a smart trader is seeing this opportunity and clicking buy here. So I click buy there, and I'm now looking for, if you look at this 1-minute chart here, if you see we're clearly, please let me draw. I wonder if we're going to draw. Okay, cool. In this setup, we want it to kind of have a green, we want it to end around this area. We have 17 seconds left. We want it to end around, in a perfect world, end here, the candle, and have a new candle, forgive me. Oh, these buttons are, oh God, I deleted it all. We want a candle like that and a wick over 18. The wick is probably going to be where the resistance comes in, because in this setup, it's creeping back towards the high on this overextended setup on the 5-minute chart. If you see, it's overextended, so we know that 18 is going to be massive resistance. And when it approaches that $18 level, we can look to take profit, whether it be the first 1-minute candle to make a new high or once it breaks 18. And then once it breaks 18, we can see if it holds 18 and look for the next trade. So let's see what happens after I click buy. There's a variation to the strategy, which happens because I feel like we're too far away for this 1 minute candle to close, and we're going to probably have the move's going to happen too early. So watch what happens here. It does the opposite. It does, instead of happening, I think buyers were scared to buy, and then it pulls back too much. So watch how this candle closes. Now what you just saw earlier, compare that chart to this chart. Where that bottoming tail isn't as long, it's a little bit harder to get that first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So now this thick bodied candle presents an issue for resistance. So your goal is now to take profit before it even touches the 1 minute candle to make a new high. This is too overextended, and I don't think it's going to be strong enough to break this level. So let's see what happens. We finally get this move up into the 80s. We're approaching that. Look where I go to sell. Notice exactly where I go to sell is when it's approaching the same, like first 1 minute candle to make a new high issue area. Because you know there's going to be sellers waiting there, trying to block that first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I'm looking to take profit as it approaches that level. It doesn't sell. I cancel my order, trying to figure out how I can get out. Looking for green on the tape to try to sell into the wave of strength. I couldn't. Notice how I tried to sell there at 1780, immediately could not sell, and within 2 seconds I had canceled and flattened on the bid. That's a safety precaution that you need to have, because if you're not getting that fill, you can't be there when the bottom falls out. So let's see what happens. The 80 came down, the bottom's falling out, down 9 cents. Down 20 cents, 40, yeah, see, so the bottom falls out. Notice how I clicked buy again. So not only did I sell as it approached this level, because I felt like it was not going to break, failed to sell a second time, canceled, flattened on the bid. I never got another opportunity to sell higher. Notice that. It was the perfect answer. And now it fell below that 1750 level. So it's another dip buying opportunity. But now that we see this 1 minute chart is kind of broken and the patterns aren't that great, we should be looking to take profit for 10 cents, 10, 15 cents. We should not be looking to hold for a very long time. But notice how the support's here. Buyers came in hard. And I'm looking to take profit there at 1762. I cancel. I'm giving it another chance to pull away. I was in at 53. Sellers are there. Green on the tape, but sellers came down once again. Not feeling like it's too strong. It's still above 50 on the ask, but I don't feel too confident about it. And I dump it. I dump it break even. It goes a little bit higher here, which is understandable. You can't predict perfectly every single time. Couple cents higher, 3 cents higher. And then invisible sellers clearly here at 56. And now we have new sellers come in and it falls. And then the bottom falls out. At this point, if you look at the 5 minute chart, you have 3 topping tails, the third one being much bigger than the other 2. And at this point, I'm done trading the stock. You could potentially look to find a dip buy under 17, but that has to happen immediately, and it doesn't. You can't just wait patiently like for 30 minutes and it eventually breaks 17. You know, it has to be a specific type of setup, and I don't feel like waiting on this potentially broken chart that might not get followed through in this bear market. So I was done with this stock, but I hope you guys enjoyed trading PMVP with me.